Hello, this is Paul from Foresight Tech. In this lecture, we are going to convert the numbers between percent, decimal, and the fraction. Those three are three forms of numbers. The first questions, so we have decimal, and the fraction, so we need to write that percent. Okay. And how to do the first? 0.02 is this. We wrote the 0.02 is a decimal, right? And how to write into percent? What is the definition of a percent? Is how many numbers out of 100? So we have to do this. We put the denominator is 100. So we have to times 100 to the top and times 100 to the bottom, which means this is the original. And then we're going to times 100. And then the bottom is also times 100. If we cancel the 100, so we have the original number, right? And then we do calculation. So the bottom is 100. The top is 2. And the 2 out of 100, which means 2%. This is the answer. Of course, we know this a long time ago. And how to directly go from the beginning to the end is just move the decimal to right the 2 steps, right? Because you times 100. Okay. And this is the rule. But the second, the 2.3, if you follow the rule, it's the same. Move the decimal to right the 2 steps, or times 100. Like here is times 100, you get 2%. Okay, so I'm going to write, which is 2.3, right? 2.3 is the beginning. We're going to times 100, 2.3, with the same times 100. So the bottom you also times 100. After times 100, we will get this. We will get the 230 over 100. What does this mean? 230 divided by 100 out of 100, which means 230%. Okay, so this is the percent. After the last number, 6 divided by 5. 6 over 5. We can do this a simple way. And we can change it to decimal, and then we use this times 100 to get the result. So we wrote it into decimal, which is 1.2, or you use your calculator, you get 1.2, right? And then we follow the same way. 1.2, how to go to percent, which means times 100, right? 1.2 we times 100, and so the bottom we also times 100. Therefore, 1.2 times 100 is 120, and this 100. That means 120%. Okay, so this is the basic way. Or we summarize it just times 100, just times 100. Change it to decimal, then times 100. Okay, and then look at the second. So here we have a percent, we have a fraction. How to change it to decimal numbers? How to change it to decimal is just to go backwards as the first. Let me show the first one. 25%. How to get a decimal number? What does this percent mean? Remember, this percent is divided by 100, right? So we wrote it into definition, which is 25 over 100. Okay, this means this time is divided 100. Divided 100 is get the decimal to left 2 decimal places, right? Divided 100, which means we have 2.25. Okay, so this is the answer. Or you can simply say it's divided or move the decimal to left 2 decimal places, or divided 100. So about the second, 300%. We wrote the 300%. We use the decimal. The definition is 300 divided by 100. Then of course you do calculation, you get 3, right? It's the same, just divided by 100. Or move the decimal to left 2. How about the 3 out of 4? Okay, and the 3 out of 4 is a fraction. How do you change the fraction to decimal? And we can directly use the calculator, or if you know this is 3/4, right? 3/4 is 0.75. This is a popular number, we know it's 0.75. How about this number? This time 35 out of 8 is also a fraction. We have to do the division, right? It's better to use the calculator. If you use the calculator, 35 divided by 8, we get a number. That number is a decimal number. I get is 4.375. Okay, so I get this number by calculator. You also can do the same. If we have a complicated fraction, so we can use a calculator. And these are some questions about the decimal. I want to get to the last. Now we have a decimal number. We have a percentage. We will change this to fractions. How do you change it back to fraction? Do the third. We move to the first point, 55. So how do you get it? 0.55. And how do you go to fraction? First we go to percentage, or we directly wrote this. What is 0.55 mean? 0.55 is 55 out of 100, right? And the symbol say we have 55 hundredth. This is 100th, 55 hundredth, which means 55 out of 100. That's the definition. And then what are we going to do is simplify. Okay, and we have a common factor 5. Common factor 5 divided by 5, 11 left. Divided by 5, we have 20 left. Divided out the common factor 5, which means we get 11 over 20. Okay, so this is simplified. We just. And if somehow you don't want to do this simplification by yourself, what we can do? We can use a calculator. Okay, I will going to show you. Or we can do this. Or we can use a frac. This is the name of the function in calculator. I will going to show you how to use these frac functions in calculator. Give you decimal number directly. Give us the simplified the fraction. Okay, so let me set up my calculator. So here is my calculator, and I use 83. Texas Instrument 83. Okay, so let me turn on my calculator. And now we have these questions. 0.25. We type 0.25 first, and then going to find the frac functions in calculator. Where do you find it? So first type 0.55. Let me 2. A little. Yes. Okay, so I type 0.55, and then where do you find the frac? Frac is going to math. Can you see the math? So I click math, and then the first function is the frac function. That's the function we need. So it's already highlighted the first, so I enter, and we one more time press enter. Can you see the original 0.55, and then the final simplified fraction is 11 out of 20, which is the answer that we need. Okay, remember is in the math frac functions. Let me go back to the questions. Can you see here? Okay, so we just use the frac function in math, and directly find the 0.55 is equal to 11 out of 20. And the last question is 45. How to do 45%? So we're going to do 45%. We can do the same. 45% is the fraction already, which means 45 out of 100. If something like you can simplify by yourself. Okay, 5 is a common factor. Divided by 5 is 9. Divided by 5 is 20. So we have the last is 9 over 20. So we can simplify by yourself, or we can do this. We can use a calculator. Okay, we can use another 45% is 0.45. We know how to change the percent to decimal. And then what you do? Use a calculator. And these are the frac functions in calculator. Your calculator will directly tell us is 9 out of 20. That's the answer. Okay, you can do by yourself. If by yourself, is simplify to reduce the fraction. If you use a calculator, you change it to decimal first, then use the frac functions in calculator, you will get the answer. That's all. Thank you.